morning, everyone. Good evening, and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Desmos, and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empath free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. We talk about spirituality, and we talk about personal and self-development. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us. Give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. So this may be a quick video. I want to talk about a situation whereby sometimes you're going to meet complications when it comes to dating. I've told you guys, if you're a chosen one, if you're a very awakened individual, and most of the times you are going to find yourself alone, but it will also happen sometimes that you may sometimes find your divine counterpart along the way, they may find you along your journey. But there is things that are going to happen usually when it comes to soulmates, twin flames, and the things like that. So there is things that I'm going to explain to you exactly what you should expect. Because I've contacted some people recently. We're talking about awakened individuals and chosen ones. So they believe that they have identified their soulmates, but at the same time, they have got that feeling that those individuals, not even the feeling, but they have got a confirmation that those individuals, the soulmates, they're engaging at that moment, they're asleep. Now, I want to talk about this briefly because it's been on my soul, it's been on my spirit like since yesterday. And I want to tell you guys exactly what you need to do in this kind of scenario. So it is going to happen usually for a chosen one, that most of the times you're going to meet somebody on the other side, your counterpart, your divine counterpart, or soulmate or twin flame. But sometimes it will happen that usually they will be asleep. So it is not always going to be very obvious that because you're chosen one, you're going to go out there and meet another chosen one. So it sometimes may happen in that way. But most of the times, it takes a whole lot of patience and waiting around for that kind of person to come to you. Of course, you may sometimes manifest those individuals into your life, but sometimes it will happen that they may actually gravitate towards you. The universe may actually bring those particular individuals towards you, and to your surprise, you're going to notice, as much as you guys may like each other and adore each other, one of the other individuals is very much wide awake, and the other individual actually is very asleep. Now, two things will happen when you meet that kind of individual. When you meet a soulmate, we're talking about a chosen one. When a chosen one meets a soulmate, two situations are going to happen. The first situation that will happen is that soulmate will come into your life. They will identify actually that they really like you and they want to be with you. But usually what will happen is that because of your frequency, because I've told you guys the chosen ones, they are vibrating on extremely high frequency. So because of your frequency will usually intimidate those kind of individuals. So yes, they will want you, they will want to be with you. Sometimes they will even spend some couple of weeks or months with you. But most of the times, because of the intensity of your frequency, those individuals, they are going to run away from you. So this usually happens in cases whereby you meet the twin flame. It usually happens with the twin flame situation, but it can also happen with the soulmate. Your soulmate will meet you sometimes, they will like you, they will adore you, they will really want to be with you. But because of your frequency is going to send them away temporarily. Most of the time this happens temporarily. So you see, sometimes they'll meet you 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks or something like that. But the intensity of your energy. So what happens is that your energy now is going to send them very, very far away from you. They're going to run away from you. And most of the time, they're even sometimes doing it subconsciously. Because why? They will come to you and they realize that actually there is a lot of wisdom. You've got a lot of wisdom within. You know what I mean? And most of the time, the things you're talking about is like, they feel sometimes you're actually directing those conversations to them directly, even sometimes without you knowing it. So most of the times, they feel like a hit in the face. You know what I mean? So they feel like a very big bang in their head, whereby they think they really like this guy, but at the same time, the guy is very intense. You know what I mean? So the energy of a chosen one is very intense. And sometimes when the universe sends you that person that the universe wants you to date, you're going to notice that actually that person will feel that intensity of your energy. So sometimes they cannot handle it, because remember, those individuals, like I've said, they're not yet awakened like you. So most of the times they're even vibrating on a very low frequency. So sometimes whenever they get into contact with you, it is going to become very uncomfortable for them. As much as they really want you and want to be with you, it is also going to be extremely uncomfortable. So sometimes, because of that discomfort they feel when they're around you, things like that, sometimes they're going to run away from you. So the reason why they run away from you is because they actually run away from you and go out there somewhere to do the work, because they will notice usually Because I've told you guys, chosen ones, that they are extremely emotionally intelligent. So most of the times when you meet a person who wants to be with you and they really want to date you, they will meet you for confirmation. They will know who you are and they will understand this is the person I want to date. But at the same time, they are going to run away from you because they will notice, because of your wisdom and intelligence, they will notice there is a lot of work they need to do on themselves. And most of the times, they want to do that work behind closed doors. So they don't want you to see what it is they want to do with themselves. So they will run away from you. They will go out there somewhere. Sometimes you'll think they have ghosted you, but actually what they are actually doing is they are actually running away from you because they are going back there to do the work. Because now you've been with them for a while, they have seen who you are, they understand your qualities and everything, so they know what you're all about. And most of the times, because of the light, it's like there's a lot of things you shine within their souls, and they feel they really need to do some work with themselves before they actually engage fully in that relationship. So most of the times when they run away from you, sometimes it may not be a permanent situation. They may sometimes run away like for a couple of months, depending on what circumstances they're going through. So they may run away from you like for about 3, 4, sometimes 6 months. It can even go up to a year. But most of the times, those relationships in the beginning, because of their intensity, those relationships, they run away from you. So when they leave you, you have got to know as a chosen one that those individuals, they have just gotten intimidated because of your energy. So they usually get intimidated because of your energy. They want to have you, yes, for the rest of their lives, for a big chunk of their life, but at the same time, they're very afraid about your intensity of their energy. So they run away, they go out there and they start to do the work. So they put in the work. And then at some point in time, of course, when they feel that they are putting a lot of energy, because remember, guys, that frequency, when you're talking about things like energy and frequency, so those things are on a very, very spiritual level. So most of the times when you meet people on the physical level and you're vibrating high, those people, they're going to feel your energy, and that energy intimidates them, it scares them, and so most of the times it pushes them away from you. So the same thing happens to the soulmate. The universe will always give you a hint of who your soulmate is. Most of the times they will bring them even in your face and you meet them for a while. And then they are going to go back and do the work. So when they leave you something like that, you have got to give them space. You have got to allow the universe to do its work. The reason why the universe brings those individuals to you, because the universe wants them to come to you and then wants them to teach them some things. It wants them to learn from you some things about themselves, the work that they need to do so that they can move forward. So most of the time, you have to leave them to go. Let them go and go out there and work on themselves. And at some point in time, after a couple of months, if you're lucky, maybe a couple of 3, 4, maybe 6, maybe a year even sometimes, in some case scenarios, they are going to go out there and they are going to intensively participate in doing the work on themselves. So they are going to do everything they have to do to make sure that they catch up with your frequency. Because for a person to be with you, they have got to somehow to match up with the frequency. So that's the first case scenario. What is going to happen when you meet a soulmate? In most of the cases, they are going to run away from you. But on the other hand as well, they will actually want to be around you. Why do they want to be around you? Because they really want to learn more about you. So what happens is that when a soulmate meets you as well on this second scenario, so those people, they will meet you, and you are going to notice, and this is one of the biggest signs. I want you guys to pay very close attention. This is one of the biggest signs that will show you actually that those individuals, they are for you. So most of the times when you find that you're vibrating high, and you meet all of a sudden somebody, a potential partner or things like that, you really feel each other, things like that. Yes, on the physical level, but on the spiritual level, they're not yet aligned on that frequency. So what happens is that now those individuals, they're going to actively engage in wanting to know a lot about what it is going on with you. So most of the times, the energy will intimidate them. Yes, most of the times, of course, at the beginning of those encounters and relationships, the energy will intimidate them, but they will really want to stay. You know what I mean? Because they will be at that point whereby they feel they like you on a very deep level, and they want to be around you, and they want you to teach them. So most of the times, as a chosen one, you will also notice you will meet people who will be around you, like soulmates. In this video, I'm talking about soulmates. So they will want to hang around you, and they will want to learn. You're going to meet a lot of people who want to learn. Whenever you're talking, they'll be sometimes even be stimulated by your emotional intelligence because of the wisdom that you've got within. You know what I mean? So they will usually like your energy. And most of the times when you see a lot of people hanging around and they want to stay around, no matter what frequency they're vibrating, you will see them, they will hang around. Because like I've said, most of the time soulmates, we're talking about empaths. So when we're talking about soulmates, we're not talking about a lot of these toxic relationships and things like that. So they're empaths usually. And as much as they feel that there's a lot they need to do with themselves, they are going to usually hang around. They will be there and they will teach. You will actually teach them, and they will be willing to learn. So when you meet a soulmate, sometime in this second scenario, second case scenario, you're going to notice those individuals, they want to be around, they will stay around, they will hang around, they will not leave, and they will actually be very thirsty for knowledge. So most of the times you're going to find yourself spending long hours teaching them a lot of stuff, especially when talking about these things on the very high dimension. So as a wise person, normally you're going to find yourself teaching your soulmates also a lot of things about the fifth dimension, about spirituality, a lot of these other things that they may not have learned along their journey, but they are very willing to learn. So in this video, that's what I want to tell you guys, that the soulmate will sometimes come. But usually the soulmate may also come in that case whereby they are asleep. So they're not yet awakened like you. They don't know what you know. But it's just because the universe has somehow aligned those individuals to come and meet you. Because they really want to, the universe wants you to be with them, yes. But as much as they are not yet awakened or things like that, those are the two things that are going to happen exactly when you meet your soulmate as a chosen one and as a person who is highly awake. One, they will run away from you. They will go out there, they will do the work, a lot of work on themselves. You won't believe, and most of the time you will not see this. So sometimes they'll even be hiding from you, and they'll be intensively working on themselves. Whatever it is, a lot of spiritual practice and everything, you know, to make sure that they raise their vibration to match up with the frequency. So that's the thing they will do first. And the second one, some of them you'll meet a case whereby they will stay around, and you're going to find yourself spending very long months, if not years, teaching them a lot of things about spirituality, about growth, and about all these kind of things. Because at the end of the day, when they match up with the frequency, then you can now start a very deep, intimate soulmate connection. So in this video, guys, let's know what you think about this. It was a short video. I wanted to let you guys know. I've seen this question along my journey. I've seen it along my journey as well, and I've seen it also on my channel. A lot of individuals that have been speaking with me, the clients and everything. So they've been telling me about soulmates who are actually most likely asleep, and it's like they cannot see what they see. It also happens like that. But you just have to be compassionate with them. You just have to know that most of the times people also ascend at their own level, at their own space. People also ascend at their own pace. So you may be somewhere high up there, and some people might be somewhere low up there, but they really want to be with you, and the universe really wants them to be with you because they are meant to be with you. So when they run away, give them space. Don't run after them. Don't chase them. Give them their time to keep on awakening and keep on raising their frequency. But when they stay as well, be willing to teach them and to make them learn a lot of things, because they are going to be willing to learn. So whatever it is you tell them, you teach them, you tell them, they will not fight with you. So most of the time they will be sucking in that information, they will be learning, they will be developing themselves, and at some point you guys are going to be having a really deep, intimate soulmate connection. Drop us a comment, guys, in the section below. Book a session with me, donate and support to this cause if you want to, if you can, and if you want to. And let me know what you think about this. Much love and blessings, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Desmo signing out. Peace.
Oh, we feeling so